fellow thrill seekers, to a journey into the unknown depths of the human psyche. Prepare yourselves for a spine-chilling exploration of the darkest corners of existence, where reality blurs with nightmare and the line between fact and fiction fades into obscurity. Join us as we delve into the eerie and unsettling realm of true scary stories, where the inexplicable becomes reality, and the shadows hold secrets that defy comprehension. We will uncover the mysteries that lurk beneath the surface of our everyday lives. Prepare to be captivated by tales of missing persons, strange disappearances, and encounters with the unknown. From the depths of Reddit's darkest corners to the whispered legends of the missing 411, we will explore the chilling tales that haunt the minds of those who dare to venture into the unknown. So sit back, relax, and brace yourselves for a journey into the realm of the inexplicable. But beware, once you enter the world of darkness, there's no telling what horrors you may encounter. Mount Shasta Abduction. As I embarked on my solitary hike through the rugged wilderness of Mount Shasta, the crisp mountain air filled my lungs, invigorating my senses with each step. The towering trees cast long, twisted shadows that danced in the fading light of the unsettling sun, imbuing the landscape with an eerie sense of foreboding. As I ventured deeper into the heart of the forest, a strange unease settled over me, like an invisible hand wrapping around my throat. It was then when I first caught sight of her, a figure emerging from the dense foliage, her silhouette shrouded in darkness. My heart lurched in my chest as I recognized her form, the unmistakable figure of my own mother, who had passed away 3 long years ago. Yet, as she drew near, I realized with a sinking dread that something was terribly amiss. Her movements were stiff and jerky, devoid of the fluid grace that had once defined her. Terror seized me as she approached, her eyes fixed on me with an unblinking intensity that sent shivers down my spine. In a voice that seemed to emanate from the depths of the abyss, she demanded to inspect me, her words carrying a weight of authority that brooked no argument from me. With trembling hands, I complied, my mind reeling with disbelief at the surreal turn of events. I encountered the intimate details of my medical history, hoping to appease whatever malevolent force had taken the guise of my deceased mother. But as I spoke, a cold realization washed over me. This was no ordinary encounter. There was something inhuman about the figure before me, something that defied rational explanation. As she scrutinized me with an unsettling intensity, I felt a primal fear grip me like icy tendrils. Suddenly, with a jolt, the figure seemed to falter, confusion flickering across her features. In a voice that sounded almost pain, she muttered an apology before retreating back into the shadows, leaving me alone in the oppressive silence of the forest. As I stumbled back onto the trail, my mind reeled with the implications of what had just transpired. What dark forces lurked within Mount Shasta's ancient woods, and what had I stumbled upon in the fading light of dusk? Only time would tell. But one thing was for certain: the wilderness had secrets far more terrifying than I could have ever imagined. Yellowstone Cave Encounter. As I ventured deeper into the yawning mouth of the cave near Yellowstone, a foreboding chill settled over me, seeping into my my bones like icy tendrils of dread. The darkness enveloped me, swallowing every hint of light and sound, rendering me blind and deaf to the world outside. With each step, the rocky terrain grew more treacherous, the jagged walls closing in around me like the jaws of some ancient beast lying in wait. The air grew thick with the scent of earth and decay, a suffocation that clung to my skin like a shroud. And then, amidst the oppressive gloom, I saw them, figures emerging from the shadows, their forms obscured by layers of fur and tattered cloth. They moved with an otherworldly grace, their movements fluid and sinuous as they brandished flaming torches that cast dancing shadows against the cave walls. My heart hammered in my chest as I watched, transfixed by the macabre spectacle unfolding before me. There was something primal and feral about these beings, something that stirred a primal fear deep within the recesses of my own mind. I tried to call out, to demand answers from these mysterious denizens of the dark, but my voice was drowned out by the unearthly cacophony of guttural sounds that filled the cavern. It was as though the very walls themselves were alive with the echoes of some long-forgotten language, spoken by the creatures that had long slipped into the annals of myth and legend. As they drew closer, their eyes gleaming with an unholy light, I felt a shiver down my spine. I tried to back away, to retreat into the safety of the shadows, but it was too late. They had already surrounded me, their faces twisted into grotesque masks of hunger and anticipation. With trembling hands, I reached for the knife at my belt, hoping that it would be enough to fend off these otherworldly intruders. But even as I grasped the hilt, I knew deep down that it would be futile. These beings were not of this world, and no mere mortal weapon could hope to stop them. And then, with a suddenness that set my heart racing, they were upon me, their hands grasping and clawing at my flesh with a ferocity that belied their seemingly humanoid forms. I fought back with all my strength and desperation of a cornered animal, but it was no use. Their numbers were too great, their strength too overwhelming. With a final desperate cry, I felt succumb to the darkness, my consciousness slipping away as I dragged deeper into the bowels of the earth. And as the shadows closed in around me, I knew that I had become just another victim of the mysteries that lurked within the Yellowstone's ancient caverns, lost to the world forevermore. Yosemite Sasquatch. In the heart of Yosemite National Park, amidst the towering trees and rugged terrain, I found myself face to face with the creature that defied all explanation. A creature that haunted the darkest corners of my nightmares. It began as a simple hike, a solitary journey into the wilderness in search of solitude and serenity. But as I ventured deeper into the dense thicket of trees, a sense of unease began to creep over me like a shadow descending upon the land. And then I saw it, a figure looming amidst the trees, its form hulking and indistinct against the backdrop of the forest. At first, I thought it was a trick of the light, a figment of my own overactive imagination brought on by the isolation of the wilderness. But as it drew near, I realized with a sinking heart that it was all too real. A creature stood before me, its eyes gleaming with a primal intelligence that sent goosebumps down my spine. Its form was massive, towering over me like some ancient titan of legend, its body covered in a thick coat of fur that seemed to blend seamlessly with the surrounding foliage. I tried to speak, to reason with this monstrous apparition, but my words fell on deaf ears. With a guttural roar, it lunged forward, its massive hands of its attack sent me hurtling through the air, crashing against the trunk of a nearby tree with a bone-shattering force. My spine was in no good shape. Darkness enveloped me as I slipped into unconsciousness, my last thoughts consumed by the terror of what lurked in the depths of the forest. When I awoke, I found myself in a cavern deep within the earth, surrounded by the creature and two others like it. Their eyes bore into me with a hunger that sent a chill down my spine, and I knew that in that very moment that I was at their very mercy. Trapped and helpless, I could only watch in awe as they approached, their movement slow and deliberate as they closed in for the kill. And as their shadowy forms loomed over me, I knew that I was about to become just another victim of the mysteries that lurk within the Yosemite's ancient woods. As we wrap up our journey through the eerie mysteries of these national parks, we encourage you to join us for more tales of the unknown. If you've enjoyed our exploration of true scary stories and unsettling mysteries, please remember to like, share, and subscribe to Nightcap Nightmares for more captivating content. Subscribing will keep you updated on our latest videos, ensuring you will never miss the spine-tingling tale again. So gather your courage and prepare for more hair-raising adventures on the Nightcap Nightmares channel. Until next time, may your dreams be peaceful, and may you always stay curious about the shadows that lurk in the darkness. Good night, and stay spooky, yes?